What's up, guys? It's Paul's Life. We're here in Herald Square. As you guys know, current topic in the world is World War III. All over the internet, people making memes and videos. We're just out here in New York City and asking people what they think about that and if they actually want the war to happen. We're asking people what they think about World War III. Do you think it's actually going to happen?
Can't say. Right now it's been averted, so you really can't say. Yeah. I hope it doesn't happen though.
Definitely not. It's not gonna happen.
Do you think it's going to happen?
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
And you planning for it?
Am I what?
You getting ready for it?
I can't get ready for it. I'm stuck here in New York. If I was getting ready for it, I'll take the next boat back to my country, man.
What do you think?
I only care about memes, honestly. I don't know. I don't care if war happens. I don't really care.
They announced that New York might be the first city to get bombed if it happens. What do you think about that?
I don't think so, cause I think the United States has like a strong, like a powerful air force. The system is not gonna let anything in without detecting it. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, are you serious? The United States of America is very vulnerable and desperate, and that's why we're in debt. We're at like $63 trillion in debt right now. Yeah. And basically, three of the biggest third world countries might gang up on us. Russia, China, and Iran. You understand that? Yeah, of course. There's another war coming. Maybe like next 2, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, who knows? You never know when it's gonna happen. A bomb could just fly out the air out of nowhere and nobody would know. It's the inevitable.
You think people should do something about it, or
Honestly, the public should stand against the government and demand the government, for a peace treaty. Peace is the best way to do this because you're gonna risk millions of soldiers' lives for what? For trade that basically they want oil from this country. America's always going to every other country and stealing their stuff. We already know that. They went to South Arabia, Iran, Afghanistan, Syria. They went to all those countries and stole oil, and it's obvious. What do you think Joe Biden was doing in where was it? He was his son Hunter Biden was in like another country, and he had oil under his name, right? They're working with oil. Oil is another way of making a living, basically. You can take oil and you can sell it. You can use it. You can start wars with it. Obviously, the best bet I could tell you is go back to your country and stay there. America is the worst country in the world.
I ain't gonna lie, the way how everything's like connecting up there's no saying that it's not gonna happen. Trump is doing this, just leading up to stuff, just leading up. I would say yeah, in fact.
And do you feel safe though? Because you know how Iran said that the New York City is the first city to get bombed if anything happened.
Nah, I don't feel safe at all. Iran could do anything at this point, to be honest, and we could all die. Shout out to our veterans out there that are risking their lives for us. That's a good thing. I feel like it should be all up to the people. I feel like nowadays us people don't have much say in what happens in the government. We're not. If you look at the social hierarchy, like we're like 40%ers. Like we're in the middle class, lower class. Those people that are up there, they're like high class, so they got like more control they have more say so. And sometimes our votes is like.
I mean, I heard something somewhere from somebody that the threats that they made were like for Trump specifically and not for everyone. So hopefully the rest of us are safe. Hopefully.
They also said that the first city to get bombed was New York. What do you think about that?
I'm moving in a month, so. I'm out, but peace to you guys.
All right, yeah.
What do you think about World War III starting?
I don't think it's a good idea personally.
So, what do you think is going to happen if they do start it?
I don't think anything will happen, but I think if it happened, we would just blow them out in like 15 minutes. So it would be good.
Yeah.
I mean, it is kind of scary. Both my parents work in the city, so
It is scary.
Are you scared after all the news?
I don't know.
You're not scared?
No, I don't really care.
3.
World War III? I don't think it's gonna happen. Like, honestly, I'm not into politics or anything, but like, people are smart enough not to start World War III. Like, it just doesn't make sense to have something that big. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I know what I know, and I feel like World War III won't happen. But the memes were funny, but it was all just jokes, and some of them got like banned. Some of the memes got banned off the internet.
I'm sure it's fascinating.
Like, I don't know. It's just all of that is comedy. Just like World War III, I don't think it's gonna happen. So it's just funny.
So what if like tomorrow the Trump says like, okay, tomorrow New York is one of the first states to get bombed? What would you say?
Well, that's it. Yeah, that's it. It's like I wouldn't know what to do. I would just sit there. I'll just wait. I'll wait for the bomb to drop. To be honest, I'll probably record it live so everybody can see it.
I honestly don't know what's gonna happen, but there is a lot of things that are happening in the government that is creating a situation where it possibly could happen, you know? Like innocent people dying, and you know, it's just a lot of things happening that could be prevented or dealt with in a different way, like more diplomatically, you know what I'm saying? Like I honestly I don't know, like I don't know what to say to that question of whether it's gonna happen or not. I don't know. I think it's all about being just being aware of what's going on in the world, and I would say just, I don't know, like working towards solutions, like not feeding into problems. You know what I mean? Like we all feed into problems by, you know, like instigating things or having our own opinion, but we gotta come up with solutions though, because we're here in America living good, but some people in other places, they're not living good. They're dying, like, it's crazy. There's wars on, you know, there's wars in places that it just shouldn't be, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. It's just nonsense, like, when you really look at the whole thing, like, just a lot of senseless things happening that could be prevented, you know what I mean?
What do I think about it? Honestly, it's very, like, it's like mixed emotions because of all the memes going around, but like it's definitely something serious and like something that's like, I don't know, it's like mind-boggling in a way. So I feel like in general, like World War III, if it was to happen, I don't even know how I'd react. I'm not even gonna lie. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but let's see what's going on.
Have you seen that thing that Iran said that New York is going to be the first city to get bombed?
Yeah, I don't know why they targeted New York. Like New York is not just the United States. Like, I don't know why the first thing they think about is New York. Like, there's plenty of other places. The United States is huge, but first place they want to come for is New York City. I don't know why, but hopefully they don't try nothing. Hopefully everything is fine. You know, we are, like, safe and all that because that's the most important thing. I want to be able to feel safe in my city and not feel targeted because it's something that one person is doing. Like, it's just him. I don't know why is he, like, acting like this and why is he being so childish, but we're getting bombed in the morning. I'm leaving tonight. I'm not being here tomorrow morning. Yo, there's no.
But you wouldn't know.
Okay, but I didn't know, and it was like out of nowhere. It's like, wow, we're about to die. Listen, I'm gonna just try to spend as much minutes and seconds as I can with my family and the people I love, if possible. And I mean, I'm gonna be gone. It's a bomb. Like I'm about to be obliterated. So, yeah.
Oh shit! No, man. I think it's just overhyped. That's it. I don't think there's not gonna be any World War III or anything like that. The way I see it is that it costs too much for war. You know what I mean? It costs too much for war, and but at the same time, there's no money in peace. The way I see it is that other countries, they first of all have to have the technology that we have to be able to reach bombs over here. You know, and most of our enemies don't have that. We do. We can flatten a country just like that. But at the same time, I think other countries know that as well, and so.
Right now, the big topic is World War III. What do you guys think about that? Like, do you think it's actually gonna happen?
Nah.
I honestly think that they should really not really mess with the innocent people that really don't have nothing to do with it. Just go straight to like whoever did it, you know. Like, why include more people that has nothing to do with it, you know?
What do I think about World War III? I think it's corny. I think that Trump's acting out of pocket, and I feel like he's moving in a way where it's like he's not really worried about everyone else who lives here, and he's kind of just worried about his image and what he feels is right. And being one of the greatest cities on the world, I mean, a lot of people are after us. Last time somebody actually got us was what, 9/11? So I mean, like, there will be threats, but action's action.
So I've been asking around, like, let's say tomorrow Trump's like, on the news and he says like, okay guys, so today we're getting bombed, everybody stay safe, blah blah blah. What would be the first thing you do?
Probably grab my guys, and we out of here. Like, what you mean? I love this city, but if the city's the first to go, I won't be here.
What do you guys think? World War III is gonna happen, or it's just jokes and memes?
It happened yesterday, man. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, it's over.
As long as Trump stays in office for the next term, absolutely. I think it's going to be expected. So, well, you got to make sure that Trump gets voted out. Somebody who's sane, even if it's a Republican, has somebody who has like a bit of sanity actually, takes power. Because right now, I don't think there's any type of strategy. I don't think there is any type of forethought in terms of type of like foreign policy that's actually being followed. And that's like very, very dangerous. I think that you have to think like just like in chess, you have to think like about 2 to 3 steps ahead. And I don't think that's actually being, done right now. I think that it's actually a lot of things are being impulse-driven. I think it's actually been driven by emotion. I don't think a lot, people are thinking more logically through what are the repercussions of doing certain actions. So I think that's where, we see a lot of these, reactions and stuff like that. I think in terms of like the reaction that Iran did, I think that's actually very mild, and it was like more of a warning shot as opposed to a true retaliation. I think a true retaliation would have been something like very, very drastic. So, if anything was actually, if anyone is actually acting like a grown-up, it's definitely Iran. It's definitely not coming from, the U.S. side, which is really sad because people like to look for U.S. for moral leadership. I think that it's actually being eroded right now, and it's really sad because right now, if that were to actually happen in the world, you're not going to have. I think it was just I think there's like definitely errors that were made by Iran, and Iran has to be held accountable for it. So
do you think America should
America has no moral authority at this time to step in anywhere. Okay, so America has to kind of like heal its own soul right now. So there has to be more of an internal focus. Iranians are already taking to the streets. They're doing what they need to do for their country. So let them figure it out. This is a mess that I don't think the Americans should get in, or any of the Western powers should be involved in. So
I think the World War might happen, but do you think is it necessary?
I don't think any of the wars were necessary at all. Like, I mean, me being a survivor of a war, and I will tell you this, it was like not necessary. A lot of things could be done through diplomacy. I think diplomacy is like very important before you start using like physical force. So no, I don't think it's actually necessary at all.
You think there's a step like something for people to do, like come together, try to work it out in peace? Should people step in?
I think what people need to do is that you need to pay attention to your politics and choose your leaders wisely. And not having a forethought in terms of the type of leaders that you're choosing, and you're actually being driven emotionally to choose someone because you favor something versus you don't favor something else. And it's like, again, like I think Jordan Peterson puts it well, it's like don't be so ideological in terms of your politics. I think that you really need to be driven more logically in terms of how you go about your politics, as opposed to like being driven, more in an emotional sense. So it doesn't matter who you choose, you just need to be a wise leader, right? So, and I don't ascribe to any type of politics, and I just look for the candidate that actually speaks more volume in terms of forethought.